Welcome to Plumb5's Web Engagement Tutorial, Part 2. This tutorial focuses on managing the web forms and automating the engagements. There are two kinds of engagements for a web page. The first type is a new overlay web form, or an embedded form. Second, an existing in-page form. Let's take a look at them in detail. Configure an existing in-page form. Type the address of the web page that you wish to configure. The configuration for this type of form needs to be done in sequence. First, select the form tag identifier by which you would like to refer the form. This could be the form name, or form ID, or form's class name. A form could be identified in the page by using a name, or by a CSS class name. Please select the appropriate type of form tag identifier, which refers to the form that you wish to track. Once you have selected the target form, the preview pane on the right side will automatically scroll to the target form and bring it to focus. Once the target form is highlighted in the preview pane, the highlighted form would be enclosed in a red rectangle. Move on to the next step of column mapping. In this section, you will map the input fields of the form to the Plumb5 form. Please note that the Plumb5 form must have the same number of fields as present in the web page. Please delete any unused column to save the form. Once you have all the fields in place, you can now start mapping the input fields present in the form by simply clicking on the input field in the target form. Click the edit icon to enable a field. Go to the preview pane, and click the target input field. The column will be automatically mapped to the value of the control. Click the save icon to save changes, or click the cross icon to discard the changes. Similarly, click on the other input fields in the target form, and map the columns. You can also add a new column if required. Lastly, you need to select the Submit button identifier for the tracking to trigger. In this case, I will select the Submit tag by name. Once you have configured all the inputs, click on the Test button. You can now test the configuration by filling up the form and submitting the values. The pop-up will show you the values that was collected from the form. Click Save to exit. The next pop-up gives you the detail of the script settings. Now you can select the event on which you want it to trigger this script. Activate the newly configured form. Now we move on to the next type of form. Create a new overlay or embedded form.
The list contains different kinds of engagement templates ranging from polls, surveys, lead capture forms, Twitter feeds, video feeds, or even custom HTML-based engagement templates. In terms of how it works, it's simple. Select form, add rules and publish on your website. Let's see how the preset engagement template works. Clicking on this demo button will allow you to play with the engagement templates. You can type your website URL to load your site in the background to edit the template to match the color scheme of your site. You can then tweak the title or description as per your needs. You can change the background color or the button color as per your need. You can also set the effect of the template. Now, you can set the rules based on which the engagement form will trigger. You can choose the visitor type or the segment that you have created. You can add more rules using behavior parameters too. For example, you could say show this engagement if the page depth of the visitor is 4. In interaction parameters, you could add a rule to show the engagement only for users with cart value of 500. You could further add more rules like trigger if the user profile is married or other based on your engagement strategy. Once done, create a script by clicking the Generate Script button. Likewise, you can try other engagement templates and see how they fit into your engagement strategy. The form fields are editable and it takes anyone with little design knowledge to edit the forms. The Rules tab is a guide to understanding how you can use the different rules available to personalize your engagement campaign.
This brings us to the end of the tutorial. Thank you. Plumb5, the unified data platform.